They will tell you, how can that church be big? There are no companies there. Shut up. You don't know anything about civilization. What do you mean by companies? Do you know how nations are built? If it's all about companies, why are all the kings of the earth trying to fraternize with the devil? Who told you you have any form of intelligence? They are telling you company. All the company you speak of, how many staff do they have? What is the fifth landmark? These men were worshippers of God. Hebrews 11:21. They prioritize worship. Unfortunately, it's other religions now that value worship. Check some of the religions around you. When they get to an office, the first thing they do is they build a worship center. Even in their personal house, they build worship centers. There will be crisis in a foreign land, and you ask why. They are fighting for a worship center to be built. But a Christian, who cares? You don't even have a prayer house. Is it a church you will build in your house? Rather, when we are even talking church, Christians are fighting. Why? Because they think what we need is companies. They will tell you, how can that church be big? There are no companies there. Shut up. You don't know anything about civilization. What do you mean by companies? Do you know how nations are built? If it's all about companies, why are all the kings of the earth trying to fraternize with the devil? Who told you you have any form of intelligence? They are telling you company. All the company you speak of, how many staff do they have? Maybe you should go and check the payroll of many churches, and then you will understand. You said they should build bank. How many staff do banks have? Some of the churches in this country have as much as 5,000 staff. If you begin to check employers of labor, I tell you, aggregate them together, there's no one that employs people more than church. Who told you church is a nuisance? But we don't know it's the heritage of the fathers. Hebrews 11:21. I'm showing you these things so that you will value them. Don't let anybody brainwash you. It said, by faith Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshipped, leaning upon a staff. Even at his death, the last thing that was recorded about this man was that he was worshiping. They worshipped all their life, and they transited to glory through the pathways of worship, because that was the heaviest molecule of their existence. He blessed his children and he leaned on his staff. Abba, Father. Shalom, shalom. What a way to live. But do you worship only when you come to church on Sunday? That's not how to live your life. The fathers were worshipers. They woke up singing. Go and read their life, for God's sake. It will humble you. Abraham kept hearing God like a friend. Every detail of their life, they were communing with God as though God was their best friend. And true to it, God himself called Abraham his friend. Moses will have details even of buildings, including knots and boats, because of the level of depth that they had with God. But we have a generation where even the corporate worship designed to strengthen us, men can't participate in it. Call for vigil, see those who will come. Even service, people can't come, because worship means nothing to us, and that is why our spirit is weak, and the devil uses us as a theater to manifest his powers. Find out how many Christians are sick. It looks as if men have become the theater for manifesting different types of sicknesses, and there is an occupation now that studies characteristics of sickness. If they want to find cancer, they carry men to the lab like lab rats to define different kinds of cancer, different kinds of sicknesses. We are like in vessels through which demons import things from Hades to earth, because a generation has no power in the spirit. Remove not the ancient landmarks. What is the depth of your worship?